Hello and welcome to Daily Dose Radio, a 5-minute-a-day podcast studying the Psalms verse by verse, recorded here in the dining room of the Bible Bistro, located in Sharonville, Ohio. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Daily Dose Radio here in the Bible Bistro. So glad to have you here today. As we look at Psalm 119, the Tav division, this is the last division in Psalm 119, so it begins with verse 169, and it ends with verse 176. Today we're going to look at 172 and 173. Now yesterday he switched from supplication to parts of the body, and he said, my lips speak your praise. And I asked the question, what are your lips doing? Are you using your lips in worship? His supplication, he wants that to be an act of worship. And the supplication, of course, is something spoken, so he's using his lips to do that. What about you? Are you praying? Are you having an active prayer life? Are you engaging in that? Are you seeking good every day on your knees? You should be. You should be. That's a part of your active worship. And today, 172, he continues that idea. Let me read 172 and 173 for us. My tongue will sing your word, for all of your commandments are righteous. Your hand will be my help, because your precepts I have chosen. So he says, my tongue will sing your word. Let's check the King James here and see what that says. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteous. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. Again, we have covenant language here in that word chosen. This is love-hate language. We talked about that last week some. If you missed that, go back and catch the podcast from last week where we talked about the love-hate idea in covenant. Chosen is a part of that because when we choose, then we love. We make a choice. The choice is in that thing that we're going to love, that thing that we're going to keep ourselves unto. Okay? So, your precepts have I chosen is an important concept. We'll get to that in a minute. But I want to begin with this idea of the tongue. What is the tongue? We've talked about the lips. Now we're talking about the tongue. And I want to look here at James. Let's go to the New Testament, get a little wisdom here. James says about the tongue in his 3rd chapter, in his letter, verse 5, even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindles. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defiles the whole body and sets on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. For every kind of beasts and of birds and of serpents and of things in the sea is tamed and has been tamed of mankind, but the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison. Therewith we bless God, even the Father, and therewith we curse men which are made after the similitude of God. Out of the same mouth proceeds blessing and cursing. My brethren, these things ought not so to be. Yeah, he's right. And he goes on and talks about the fountain and the fig tree and the contradiction that a fig tree could bear something other than figs, or that a sweet water fountain could produce anything other than salt or than fresh water. You don't get salt water out of a fresh water fountain. So why is it that the tongue can do so much damage? Why is it that the tongue can make so much noise? And the psalmist says here, my tongue's going to sing your word. That's what we need, right? That's where we need it to be. We need it to be in a devotional setting. And ladies and gentlemen, when you go to church, are you singing? Are you singing? Or do you just stand there with your hands in your pocket? It's a part of worship to sing. We must be singing. Doesn't matter how good your voice is. Sing. Sing out to the Lord. If you're not singing, there's another problem. And whatever that problem might be, you probably need to address that. Well, come back tomorrow. We're going to look at verses 174 and 175 here on Daily Dose Radio. Thanks for listening to Daily Dose Radio. For more fresh and delicious Bible studies, podcasts, books, and more, check out the Bible Bistro online and on YouTube. Join me again next time for Daily Dose Radio.